TDH, what's going on, guys? Thank you for checking back in with me. In today's video, we're getting my XJ prepped up and ready to travel across Colorado into Utah and then wheel a little bit of Moab. You guys saw in my last video, my Cummins is giving me some ECM issues. I'm not gonna have time to get an ECM shipped out and put in my truck before this weekend. And with me moving back to Florida in the middle of July, it's putting me on a giant time crunch. So I'm gonna be really adventurous, take a chance, and drive my 1997 Jeep Cherokee all the way to Utah. It's gonna be really interesting. It's not that far that I'm in Colorado, but it's still like a 7-8 hour drive. I think it's like 6 hours in the Cummins. It's not that bad, but this is gonna be a long trip. So right now, guys, I am boxing up the Unibody. I am taking my tie-in plate from my bumper and I'm actually welding it in. You guys can see this random bolt sticking out here. I will show you guys the dirt-bound spacer plate installed. It's in there. It's sandwiched between the Unibody and the steering box. So yeah, without further ado, we're just gonna fire up the welder here, get the settings all set up, and burn that plate in. I'll probably do the other side, and I'm gonna show you guys that spacer plate real quick. So here it is. All right, if you guys look real closely, there is a plate right there backed up against my Unibody, and it well, you can't really see that radiator hose is there, but there's a bolt right there. You can see the nut and the washer. It comes through the Unibody right there, and it just ties in that plate to the back of my steering box. Gives it a little bit of a reinforcement and stiffens up the Unibody. So with that being said, just gonna weld this guy in certain areas, just kind of stiffen it up here, and I'll probably do the same thing on the other side. That way I know my steering is good. And I think the thing that would probably fail is the OEM steering box. Maybe should have done a Durango upgrade now that I'm kind of going back over everything, but you live and you learn, Jeep life. So let's get to welding. Alright, so I don't have you guys on a time lapse. I'm gonna try to film some of this and then probably put some of it in fast forward. I might be blocking most of the shot anyways. So I'm just going to burn it in a few places. I'm not going to stay in one spot very long. I don't want it to warp the Unibody. It's pretty thin sheet metal. I've got my amperage set on level B. It's level 2 out of 4. And I'm going to set my wire speed about 4.5. So yeah, we're just going to burn it in a couple areas, and then I'll probably just all tie them in together. I'll probably finish it up around here, guys. We're moving on 7 minutes on this clip, so I'm going to go ahead and close it out real quick. Alright guys, there we have it. It's all welded up. I got a little splotchy up here. I was trying to get the gun in and I hit the top of the dang fender, so got a little splotch right there, but other than that it's pretty good, it's pretty clean. I'm gonna move on to the other side. I still gotta unbolt it and clean everything up. Once I do that, I'll probably just weld it all and then I'll check in with you guys, because you just saw all that welding. There's no need for you guys to watch all this welding and blah 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 blah. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock this out real quick, guys. There you guys have it. The second side is welded up. I painted a little bit up in here just to clean everything up. I got the bumper bolted back on, all evened out, bolted up on both sides. It looks good. Right now I'm cleaning out my diff. As you guys can see, there's some gray fluid in here, and that is because some water got into it. That's the reason why I had to rip this thing back open. I don't know if you guys can see the little bit of gray fluid that was in there, but that's what happens when your gear oil mixes with water. I'm not sure if I'll have the clip. I think I might be able to throw a picture in it. I crossed the creek in Guanella Pass and submerged it pretty good, so you gotta pay to play. So we're gonna clean this thing up, double check my axle seals, clean the tubes up, and get it ready just to travel all those road miles, excuse me. So let's get to it. We are all buttoned back up. Everything's cleaned up. Luckily I checked. We had a little bit of damage to our axle seal here. The actual seal itself came apart. Picked up a new one, threw her in there. She's all sealed up. Got fluid in there. So we're gonna take her on her test run. Tie-in plates are all good too. They look great. Everything's all painted up in here. So I'm gonna throw the brakes back on, get these tires on, and clean up my area here. I made a little bit of a mess here in the shop tonight. Then we'll take her on a ride, see how she does. All packed up. As you guys can see, I just made it in time. It is now raining and thundering. It's getting nasty out here, so what I'm gonna do is start driving home, and from there, if the rain lightens up, I'll film a little bit of the test drive. If not, I will check in with you guys tomorrow. But yeah, this rain's getting pretty gnarly, and I'm not trying to film and drive in the middle of the night, in the middle of a thunderstorm. So hopefully I'll show you guys here shortly. If not, I will see you tomorrow morning at the house, and I'll close this video out for you guys. So I ended up welding some more things onto the unibody of the Jeep. I did the track bar mount on the side and then underneath it. So right now, as you can see, we're not at the house like I stated. We're actually on the way to Moab, and it's a couple days later, and I forgot about this video. I was like, okay, well, we need to upload this. So I'm a very forgetful person this week. It's been a very, I don't know what to say. It's just been a big headache, I guess. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. I will see you guys in the next video at Moab. Deuces.